Hello, my name is Coleen, and the project we're going to work on today is how to make a headband with lace. Now, lace was very popular in the 1920s. Of course, the flappers all wore headbands and decoration because fabrics were very sparse at the time. So we're going to make our own lace today. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a little trick, and we're going to use our water-soluble stabilizer, and we're going to use a piece of organza. And that will allow us to use any type of lace design as a freestanding lace design. And here you can see I've done a couple of practice pieces. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to step to the machine, and we're going to bring in our lace design to work with. Remember that with the use of organza in the hoop, that we can use any lace design as a freestanding lace design. The lace designs that I have today were downloaded from the web, and they were placed on my USB stick. So I'm going to go to the USB, I'm going to choose a leaf, I'm going to set it into place, and I'm going to actually do copy paste. And now you can see I have multiples. Now I'd like to add a different design, so I'm going to use the add function. Go back to the USB and choose a different design and set that into place. And you can see I have a nice variety to work with, but I have a much larger hoop than that, and I want to fill the entire hoop. So what I actually did is I'm just going to go here, and you'll see that I've already prepared one that takes advantage of the entire hoop space. As once I'm going to get going on this, I'm going to let it sew, and it doesn't take me watching it. So here we're going to check for it to go through in monotone, and I simply lower the presser foot and start the go button. And the machine is going to embroider out all of the leaves that you see in the hoop. So now what I'm going to do, I did a whole hoop full of these designs earlier, and they are completed. So we're going to move over here to our completed hoop that has all the designs ready to work with. And all we have to do is to just pop it out of the hoop, and there is our complete sheet of finished designs. And we're going to start by just cutting this apart, and we'll just cut off. And I'll just cut one, because I don't need to cut them all for you. And we'll use our big scissors and cut around. And then we're going to pick up the small curved edge scissors. And the curved scissors make it really nice to get in here closely. And of course, we're going to clip as close as we can, but without cutting in to the organza, or the stitching, I mean, because we don't want to cut into the thread. That would really give us a problem. And of course, that is going to happen. It's happened to me several times in the process of doing this, and so that's why you'll notice this handy little bottle of Fray Check right here. And if it does happen that you cut into your thread, then just go ahead and use one of the seam sealing products that are available on the marketplace, and that will make it so that it won't unravel. And once this is cut out, and I'm not going to be very careful about cutting this because it is not rocket science here. This is actually going to go into a headband, and I think we're all pretty conscious of the fact that people aren't going to be staring really closely at your headband. Now we're going to take our leaf, and it's all trimmed, and it still has the water soluble on it. So we're going to take it, and we would put it in a bowl of hot water or a sink of hot water and let it sit for about 30 seconds. We do not want to soak all of the water soluble stabilizer out of it. We just want to get to the point where we can see through it. And the reason that we don't want to take it all out is because then the leaves still have body. So this leaf has been washed and dried, and you can still see that it has the stiffness of the water-soluble stabilizer in it, and that makes it very workable for us. So we'll just rinse them enough to get them so that we can see through them, and then we'll lay them aside in usually on a bath towel is what I do at my house, and let them dry for a little while. It doesn't take very long because organza dries very, very quickly. The advantage now in working with these leaves is that they have body to them. Their stiffness, and because the water soluble is still in it, we could actually spritz it with water if we needed to shape it to make it fit on the band nicely. Now I've made an assortment of leaves here. I have, looks like way too many, but the reason is because I like that asymmetrical look. Okay, we're going to take our hot glue gun and we're going to put just a little dot of glue on here. And then we'll stick the leaf right onto the position. And you'll notice that I'm a kind of a coward and I like to have a chopstick or some other tool here to give me a little better grip and not have to touch that hot glue with my hand. I tried different kinds of glue at home, and the hot glue was the fastest to set, and I liked that look. I liked that quickness. I'm kind of always in a hurry, I think, as probably some of you are too. So I'm going to go here with this nice little asymmetrical. Now I'm going to throw on a leaf that doesn't match the other leaf styles, and you'll notice that I can twist these and turn them, and this one has kind of a mind of its own, and that's okay, because if it wouldn't behave, I can still go back and spritz it with just a bit of water, and it will be perfectly, perfectly fine. So you can see how quick and easy this is to do. And we've got almost a finished headband here. So now I'm up at the top. So I want to do something just a little bit different up here at the top, and that is I'm going to put another one right beside it so that I'm starting down the other side. And this one, we're going to hold that glue down just a little bit longer to give it time to set. And then we'll turn it around and we'll start coming up from this side until the two meet. So this is just a really easy and a real forgiving project. So here we go. Wow. Do that. And notice that I'm not worrying about these being straight at all. I'm letting them kind of flow in any way that they would like to flow. Okay, so there's one more leaf here, and I'm going to set that down for just 1 second. And I wanted to come over here and show you a few other uses. We did the lace today on a headband, but there's so many more uses for the lace. You could put it on all kinds of hair ornaments or in many other different places. I actually have a comb from my grandmother from that period, and they had little bits of lace on the top of the comb. But here's another one. This one may be a little bit more practical for a child, and that is that the headband has is on a stretchy band. So children are a little more agreeable to the stretchy headband. This is another use of the lace where we've just stitched them together to make a beautiful flower, and that can be used as a brooch. And then this one was really fun for me, and that is a bookmark. So that's how you can use your embroidery machine to make lace accessories that are just as popular today as they were in the 20s.